we will have rate cuts this year. Okay, I've been hearing a lot of people talk about it. I've been talking about it for a long time. So this will drive markets higher. So this is one of the narratives on why the entire market, not just Bitcoin and Ethereum, but the entire market is going up, because if the Fed cuts rates, which they will, even though inflation is still an issue, they're forced to do this because of the election. The big election coming up in November. So this is going to get done. So all the talk from all the Fed governors and presidents and board members about how we should leave elevated rates and then maybe even think about rate hikes and all that nonsense. Yeah, none of that is going to apply. We will get rate cuts, okay? According to this headline, we're not going to get any until this summer. Well, no duh. We're already in summer. Come on. June is right around the corner, and I've already said this. I mean, people anticipate that we're going to get rate cuts faster. I'm like, no, it's probably going to be in the summer. It makes sense. And summer is a fantastic time, okay? Why not? Why not? So that is something to look forward to, obviously. But, of course, those people that truly don't understand why Bitcoin is important, well, all they need to do is look at inflation, right? Inflation is the root of all money evils, I guess. And I was trying to explain that to several people, actually, the last few days. And, more and more people, regular people, they've been hearing about Bitcoin, and they've been hearing about inflation. They don't like it. So more and more people, just normal average Joes, are learning or trying to learn about Bitcoin because of what's going on with inflation and with the federal banks and with all the quantitative stuff that they're doing. As for Bitcoin and its ETFs, well, continues to see inflows. See, this is what's deceiving. Even though there are days where we get volatility and Bitcoin may go down, but these big boys, yes, I call them big boys, the whales and the institutions and banks and companies around the world, they keep on buying. BlackRock saw a huge 89 million inflow yesterday, despite the fact that Bitcoin did go down. Okay, now they hold over 19 billion in Bitcoin, and overall yesterday was a positive net flow of 108 million. You would not think so, because Bitcoin did start the day at 70, and we had some kind of whale that dropped Bitcoin down, right at market open. Someone that anticipated that Ethereum ETFs were not going to get approved. But we still had a massive inflow day of over 100 million. Just think about it. For the entire week, we're closing in at another, if I had to guess, probably 500 to 700 million of Bitcoin into the ETF. I mean, again, you're talking about hundreds of millions to billions every single week. Do you not see how Bitcoin is going to go higher, right? Demand is coming in every single week or every single day, massive demand, and supply is not getting any more plentiful. There are no more new Bitcoin being created out of thin air, well, other than the inflation rate, but we saw that already get halved with the halving event. But Bitcoin is not an asset that can be duplicated or multiplied or created out of thin air like fiat. Okay, it's scarce. So when you have this much of buying pressure, the price will catch up. It definitely will. And I think it could be the same thing for Ethereum. Once we start seeing hundreds of millions flow into Ethereum, right, we could see the same thing happen. All this FOMO is, of course, bringing a whole bunch of money into the market. So the entire crypto market, added $500 billion just compared to a few weeks ago, May 1st. 500 billion. That's crazy. Bitcoin went up 22% this month alone. It's only, a few thousand away, no, 5%? 5% away from its previous high. Okay, and again, how quickly sentiment and things change. Just 2 weeks ago, it seemed like it was bearish. People were getting bearish once again as we were hovering around 60,000, and we even touched upon 50,000. And people were getting bearish. I'm like, come on, guys. Come on. Let's not forget the 30,000 days or the 20,000 days that actually happened not too long ago. Right? We were hitting at 30,000 in February. And I'm like, how could you be bearish at $60,000? Well, things have changed really quickly within 2 days. Now, sitting at 70, once again, people are once again bullish and excited. But, I mean, like I've been saying before, it's okay that the market goes down and takes a dip. It's okay to have some volatility. In fact, if you view it as volatility as buying opportunity, then you'll be cheering for it. Okay? But yeah, that's obviously quite amazing to move so much in such little time. And Ethereum went up 31% for the month, right? And if it keeps on going, we're going to mimic what happened in 2017. In fact, we're mimicking it exactly, but we're ahead of the game because we're not in 2025. The last halving event, or 2 halvings ago, the halving event was 2016, and Bitcoin didn't break its previous high until 2017. So basically, we had to wait a whole half year or so before it happened, right? This time around, we broke all-time high already, even before the halving event. So the pattern looks similar. It's just the timeline is much quicker versus the previous cycle. But if we do follow it, I mean, this is projecting that Bitcoin will be at like 300,000, 400,000 by the end of 2025, the way we're going right now. I mean, it would be absolutely wild. I mean, is that unreasonable though? Is 300, 400, 500,000, 600,000 unreasonable by the end of this cycle? I don't know. We'll see. This keeps on going, guys. Bitcoin never stops. It never does, right? There are a lot of predictions that place Bitcoin at 150,000 by the end of this year. In fact, I've already called it. I think Bitcoin will be at 100,000 by July. Okay, that's only 2 months away. The way we're moving, we could certainly be at 100,000 by July. And if we're at 100,000 by July, 150,000, just another 50,000 by the end of the year, does not seem unreasonable. And if we end the year at 150,000, to double to 300,000 by the end of 2025, that also does not seem unreasonable, right? So that is the path for Bitcoin. And there are so many things that show it.